Simon O'Connor.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Immigration and asks, what steps has the government taken to encourage better outcomes for migrants?
Honourable Michael Woodhouse.
Mr Speaker, last week I announced an extra $7.6 million in Budget 2014 to help combat migrant exploitation in Canterbury. This weekend I announced an extra $5.6 million over 4 years to help newly arrived quota refugees settle into New Zealand life and help them get into work. Mr Speaker, 1 in 4 New Zealanders were born overseas, and while the national-led government is focused on putting New Zealanders at the front of the job queue, we recognise the value of migration and the huge contribution migrants make to our economy, to rebuilding Christchurch and to our communities.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary question on Simon O'Connor.
What recent trends have we seen in migration?
Honourable Michael Woodhouse.
Mr Speaker, breaking down the recent trends in net migration, the story is one of more New Zealanders coming home from abroad and fewer New Zealanders leaving, which this side of the House believes is a very good thing. Estimates for this year put net migration at around 30,000, which is largely due to 15,000 fewer New Zealanders leaving than was the case 5 years ago. Another concerning migration trend is the increased risk of an attempt by asylum seekers to travel by boat to New Zealand, a trend about which I am very concerned.
Supplementary question, Simon O'Connor.
To the Minister, what other reports has he seen on the increased risk of a maritime arrival?
Mr Speaker.
Honourable Michael Woodhouse.
Mr Speaker, I've seen a report that not only did Labor and the Greens oppose the legislation passed to deter and manage a mass arrival should one occur, one speaker, in trivialising the risk, stated, quote, "There is no protection from alien landings and there's exactly the same probability of an alien invasion from Mars as there is of boat people from Indonesia or Wagistan, exactly the same probability." That came from the present leader of the Labor Party, David Cunliffe. Not something I suspect, Mr Speaker, the public would suggest should come from someone who aspires to be the Prime Minister.
Question number 12, Dr Kennedy Graham.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Minister.
Order.
To the Minister.